It's time for the Sport Corner Siam Hockey League news. Wow, what a save by Dream. Corey Day shoots. He scores! Ooh, what a hit by Brad Wilson. This episode of the Sport Corner Siam Hockey League news is brought to you by the Big Chili magazine, where in this issue, there's an interesting article about John Davey, a motorcycle enthusiast, and three of his friends and their trip to Buriram for Thailand's first ever motorcycle GP, titled Buriram's a Winner with Spectators at Thailand's First Ever Motorcycle GP. So we've just finished off our fourth week of the Sport Corner Siam Hockey League news, and we had some really exciting games.
Yeah, it was a great night of hockey.
And in our first game, we had the Novotel Spitfires facing off against True.
Yeah, we were trying to think of a name last night because they just kind of kept coming.
Yeah, that number one line?
Yeah, number one line of the Spitfires, talking about Corey Day, Michael White, and
Brendan Vick, yeah.
And I just kind of said White Walkers.
And it fit, you know, the white uniforms, and they just kept coming and coming last night.
And man, look at the stat sheet. God, those guys are talented. They know how to bury their chances.
They do, and then, you know, it's not only that, but they pass the puck around real clean, so they're setting themselves up for some great opportunities.
Corey Day, I believe, with 4 points, 2 goals, and 2 assists. Michael White, a goal and a few assists. Got to check the stat sheet, but Brendan had at least a couple points, I think. And then their blue line on the opposite side. Blue line also played really well last night. Our player of the game was Carly Hill. 2 assists. Ken Kinborn had a goal and assist, I believe.
Yes, he did.
It was really, really good to see them come together, play a solid game.
Yeah, and one of the things I'm really frustrated with True, though, is they're a solid team. And they've finally started shooting the puck more. They're not trying to do all these fancy passes. But last night, they're shooting it into Gabor's chest the whole time.
And to give credit to Gabor, a couple weeks ago, my last game I was at, he obviously had a tough game. And tonight, I thought it was going to be, or last night, I thought it was going to be a similar story. The first shot of the game was kind of a soft goal.
Yeah.
But to his credit, he really kind of settled in, made some really good saves. But as you're alluding to, True mostly kind of just shot it into his belly.
Yeah, well, and to go back to give him credit, he was really tracking the puck well last night. So I don't want to take anything away from Gabor.
And that's why it was in his belly, as you say, because he was on last night. But even when True did have some chances, they had a couple power play opportunities, they had even a few breakaways, it just felt like...
Well, they started things off. I mean, like you said, that goal at the beginning, it was a power play goal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, with Jordan Ashton finding the back of the net.
It was so quick, you and I didn't even realize it had happened.
I know.
We just looked over and we said, why did everybody stop playing?
Yeah, it was like less than a minute in.
So... Yeah, and we thought, this is going to give True life. You said before the game, this is the game. They're going to come together. Yeah. I can feel it.
I thought it would, and it really looked like it after that.
And they played well for the first period, to give them a lot of credit. For the Spitfires, they came back. Corey Day, I believe it was, scored a goal to tie the game. And then, to old adage, don't give up a goal in the first or the last minute of the period.
No.
And that's exactly what happened to start the second. The Spitfires scored a quick goal, and it was just like the floodgates just opened up, and the White Walkers just kept marching. And every time they had a chance, it seemed like they were able to bury it. I think they put up 4 or 5 goals in the second period.
Yeah, they did absolutely put 4 goals up in the second period.
And True was as you said, True was having their chances. They had over 30 shots on goal.
Yep.
It's just couldn't quite bury them. You know that you see them playing with emotion. Their captain Mike Wilson was trying to rally his team together, but unfortunately, they just couldn't pull through in the end.
Sometimes that emotion gets the better of you. So unfortunately, but and then the player of the game, great defensive game with a few assists herself, Carly Hill. And I had a chance to talk to her after the game. I'm here with the player of the game, Carly. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dom.
Great defensive game there for you.
Yeah, not too bad. Our team played well.
And you got an assist tonight?
Thank you. Our team helped me out and put the goals in that passed them, so it was good.
Excellent. Well, congratulations again. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
In our second game, we had Hertz going against Aware. The Big Red Juggernaut keeps strolling on.
Yeah, but it was an awesome, very even game.
Yes, it was. It was, absolutely.
Dream had a spectacular night. He ended up being our player of the game for how well he played. But both sides defensively were really locked down.
Yeah.
Really great back checking. The guys were supporting each other, moving back. getting the puck out quickly, not giving up a lot of second and third opportunities.
Absolutely, on both sides of the puck.
On both sides, and it was just a really special game. Aware had a goal early, and that kind of helped them settle in and kind of play with their confidence, but they, to Hertz, they knew what they had to do. I think they played a really good game. They sadly weren't quite rewarded for it in the end because they did play a heck of a game.
Yeah.
Really wish they could have gotten the win last night and stopped Aware. Aware just win too much.
Well, they did set the record last season. Maybe they're shooting for it again this year.
No, I'm joking. It's fun to watch them play. Oh my gosh, their back line so strong. Roman Laren.
And they had Callie back.
Yeah, Callie back. She had a really good game as well.
Absolutely.
Patrick came in, scored a quick little goal, put them up 2-0. Hertz, they kept trying. Patrick Leduc had a really solid game in
net. He did. Even coming back after that puck to the
man,
throat.
There was a scary moment in the game last night. He caught a puck up high right in the throat, and we had to stop play for a few minutes while he collected himself. But, he really still, even after that, came back really strong and a really good game.
Absolutely.
Hertz finally was rewarded. Captain Justin St.Denis had a goal about halfway through the third, and we thought, maybe we might be able to tie the game. But on a late power play, Aware was able to seal the game.
Yeah, with Suwachirat getting that final goal.
But it was a really, really spectacular, balanced, just team effort on both sides.
Absolutely, and Aware with their shots. They pepper goaltenders so
They're
bad.
Averaging almost 35 shots on goal plus a game.
I know. Last night was 34, and before that it was like 36, 37, 38. It's incredible.
Just keep rolling along.
And then Dream, you got to give him all the credit last night, stopping most of those shots.
It was a great game, and defensively, as we talked about, they had a really solid game. They were trying to move the pucks out, as we said, not giving them a lot of second and third opportunities, but Dream had a couple spectacular saves, a couple breakaways I remember, and as I said, he was our player of the game. I was able to talk to him afterward.
I'm here with the Rolling Stone Pizza Player of the Game, goaltender for Hertz, Dream. Over 34 shots on goal, 3 goals allowed, better than 90% save percentage. Unfortunately, you guys couldn't get it through, but you had a great game tonight.
Thank you. I think this game, our team played really well. They helped me a lot, but have just some mistake that Aware team get from me. If I get 100%, maybe it's better. Have to get in shape.
No, it was a great defensive game from both sides. You guys, I think, played really well overall. Scoreless first period. As you say, Aware was able to get a few in. You guys scored one there in the third to try and make a game of it, but just couldn't pull through it again. But again, great game.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Congratulations.
And our next night of games is on Thursday, November 15th. In our first game, we have Hertz facing off against True. What do you think about Hertz? What do they need to do to pull out a win here?
Keep doing what they're doing, in all honesty. Solid play. Their D-line has looked really solid. In our this week's game, Yin hit a post again after his 2-goal effort a couple weeks ago when he was our player of the game. So that might have changed things in that game. But for this game, as you talk about against True, keep doing what they're doing. Rely on your defense. Rely on Dream. Get the puck ahead to the forwards. Try and bury your chances.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're picking their shots much better than they did in previous games. So what about True? What do they got to do?
I really just want them to believe in themselves and their talent. We've seen on more than one occasion they get a goal down, get 2 goals down, and they just kind of hang their head, and it feels like the floodgates just kind of start to open.
Yeah.
And that's where you can see the emotion comes in for some of their players, which sometimes is a positive. You need them to get that spark. Other times it gets them into trouble. I just want them, believe in your system, believe in the ability of your teammates, and pick your chances accordingly. As we've talked about in the past, they sometimes did some wild, no-look passes. They were able to clean that up.
Yeah.
They were able to get the shots on goal this time. Now let's try and be a little bit more selective.
Absolutely.
Get them to the corners. Try and get some rebound chances out down low.
And don't quit in the second period. Yeah, that was one of the things about these past night of games is they kind of, you saw, they were just like halfway through the second period, the whole demeanor just kind of changed. They need to keep upbeat and they need to keep fired up through the whole game. Who knows? They could come back.
Sure. And that's what really served them so well in the first period, where it was such a close game. As we said, they got that quick goal. You can see they had some bounce to their step. But as soon as they had some adversity, it just kind of felt like
2-3 goals right away, and they just all kind of collapsed on themselves.
And they weren't really back-checking. Lance got some tough breaks in the back, having to sit there. And he, also didn't have the best game. But just, you got to rely on each other. You got to believe in your teammates. You got to believe that you have the ability to come back even if you are down. And, I mean, that's what the Spitfires did. For their credit, they went down a goal early, and they just immediately roared right back.
Yeah.
So believe in yourself, believe in your system, and, play for some pride. I don't want to call people out, but you got to believe in yourselves. And as we said, some lazy changes. They even had, like I said, 2 or 3 power play opportunities in that game, and it was just kind of slow. We'll change lines, and I'm thinking, guys, you've got a chance here to, get a goal back.
Oh, I know, and the slow line changes, especially during the power play, they're killing it.
That's your opportunity right there.
So, and then in our second game, we have the Big Red Juggernaut, Aware, facing off against our number 2 team, the Novotel Spitfires.
I'm looking forward to this rematch.
Yeah.
Because in our first game a couple weeks ago, Gabor didn't have a great game.
Nope.
And we thought, maybe this is going to be an interesting offensive game, and that's what I think might happen this time.
Yeah, I think especially as the Spitfires are really coming together as a team, that the White Walkers up on front, they're going to be a force to reckon with.
But here's the key, you got to be able to protect Gabor as well, right?
Yeah.
Just like what Hertz was able to do in this game, this week, is get those pucks out. Don't give second and third opportunities. Make sure you guys are back checking. Make sure you guys are picking up on the D-men, especially as they sneak into the zone. That's what happened with that second goal.
Yeah,
with the captain
absolutely.
Scoring,
Well,
really picked him up.
You got Patrick is
he's also
a special
skater.
breed. Yeah, he's himself and Yohani Ias. They're just like a special
Ias
breed,
also had a really
special
great game.
type of defenseman. So.
Sure. Yeah, to mention Ioani had 2 or 3 points. I think he also had a great game on the back line. Yeah, their blue line is just so deep.
Unbelievable, yeah. And then with having Callie back and then Roman, it's fun to see when Roman's having a fun game. He's a completely different skater.
You can see he also is another emotional player.
Yeah.
I saw him in the Land of Smiles tournament. A brief aside, Land of Smiles was really a fantastic opportunity to see teams from all over the world come here. It was a lot of fun. Saw a lot of diversity with lines and with the teams made up, and everybody was having a great time. So that was a really great tournament.
Yeah.
And as you say, watch the Roman play. In one of his games, his team got down a little bit, and you could see he was, he's got that emotion on the ice.
Yes, he does. But when he's having fun, he's just like, he does so well, So, okay, well, that's all for this week, and we'll see you at the rink.
The opposite was very strong. I was good.
The Sport Corner's Siam Hockey League news is brought to you by Big Chili Magazine, the best read expat lifestyle and news magazine in Thailand. It covers interesting issues in Bangkok and the region while bringing its readers engaging stories and various exclusive interviews, food reviews, and more. You can find the Big Chili Magazine in bookstores and online at thebigchili.com.